Hello and welcome to the Street Crime UK YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Today we look at the 6 men who were all convicted at Sheffield Crown Court for their involvement in the large-scale drugs conspiracy to supply Class A drugs in Kirklees. The group were arrested as part of an operation by the Kirklees District Position Organised Crime Team and all pleaded guilty at court. These convictions were Darren Judge, 29, of Blackmore Foot Road, Huddersfield, who was jailed for 13 years and 7 months for supplying Class A drugs and possession of Class A drugs with intent to supply. Reese Judge, 27, of Westbourne Road, Huddersfield, who was jailed for 14 years for possession with intent to supply drugs and assault occasioning actual bodily harm. Joe Garbett, 19, of Deercroft Crescent, Huddersfield, who was jailed for 28 months for supplying Class A drugs and possession with intent to supply Class A drugs. Marcus Quashie, 23, of Holland Terrace, Huddersfield, who was jailed for 33 months for being concerned in the supply of Class A drugs. Carl David, 25, of Hyde Park Road, Leeds, who was jailed for 33 months for supplying Class A drugs. A 21-year-old Huddersfield woman who was given a suspended 19-month sentence for money laundering. Neil Jennings, 36, who was sentenced to 28 months for being concerned in the supply of Class A drugs. Police investigations into the drugs line began after officers executed a warrant at a house in Huddersfield and located cash and a small amount of Class A drugs. Officers also located a large amount of Class A drugs in a vehicle and arrested Darren Judge, Neil Jennings and the 21-year-old woman on suspicion of drug offences. Subsequent inquiries revealed the existence of a larger drug supply network in the town and led to a further 7 persons being arrested. Detective Inspector Diane Johnson of Programme Precision in Kirklees said, "We were very pleased to see significant sentences given out at court to these individuals for their role in what was a significant organised drugs line supplying Class A drugs such as crack cocaine and heroin on the streets of Huddersfield. These sentences should stand as a real example of the lengthy custodial penalties those being involved in this kind of behaviour can face for becoming involved in this kind of street drug dealing, which causes misery in our communities." This drugs line was identified following a lengthy investigation led by PC Connor of the Programme Precision team, with the evidence gathered proving so substantial that the 7 defendants dealt with all pleaded guilty to the offences they were charged with. So what are your thoughts about this Kirklees drugs operation? Please share your thoughts in the comments below, and until next time, stay safe.